New managing moderators can support your channel. Okay. It's the first time I've seen this. Introducing managing moderators. These users have the same capabilities as standard moderators, but in addition, they can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live. Hi everyone! I know you guys were not expecting me to be coming on this late, or to be coming on at all for that matter. I wanted to talk to you about a few things, and then I was gonna log off of here. But as you can see, I'm drinking some tea. It's cold and flu tea. And before I continue, I have a caveat, something that I would like to say, just to cover all bases or all assets. Okay. First and foremost, I am not in no way, shape, or form giving any legal advice. What I recommend is what I have seen work for myself and for some of my colleagues when it comes to eradicating flu, cold, or any type of upper respiratory issue. Okay? So let's get that out the way. All right. So, with that being said, I have a little legal disclaimer that I'm going to send. And then also, I just put here information. If you would like to do a love donation, that's fine. It's not necessary, but it will be appreciated. All right. Okay. So, I'm going to be discussing this tea that you can make on your own and have it for, the flu season or whenever you feel like you're coming down with something. Now, I'm completely over whatever I had. That, I'm telling you, had me down for 2 weeks. And I'm like at the remnants of what I had. So I went to the health food store today and I was telling them what I was going through. I can't take Mulin by itself. I don't know what it is, but me and Mulin by itself, it does something to me. It's like it hijacks my body. Okay? I don't like it. All right, I got my little light from my iPhone here so I can read off what the ingredients are. It's over 25 herbs, you guys, that's in the tea that I'm drinking. And I know too, some are not used to this. Hold on, you guys. Let me take this from the charger because, sorry, hold on. Come back. All right, showed my leggings. I just lost my train of thoughts. Okay, I bought the store. They already have it prepared, so I brought it in bulk. And it's good to have the sheet though, because if I ever need to make it for like my clients or whatever, I can do so. But if you have a pen and paper, you may want to write this down. And then if not, you may want to pause this video for those that rewatch it and replay it so you can get the list of all the herbs that is in this cold and flu tea. First, let me read this caveat here. If you suspect you have a medical problem or condition, you should first seek professional medical advice. Any application of this medicine tea is at your discretion and your sole responsibility, not mine. All right? Dr. Tyann Krumpa is not liable for any adverse reactions or any adverse events that you may experience while using the tea. All right, so let me just get that out the way. Everybody's body is different, and that's the reason why I said this caveat, because the way that I may respond to drinking the tea may be totally different from the way you may respond and react. So far, so good. I've been drinking this tea for the last half an hour. Has it been a half an hour? And I'm totally fine. Alright, so you got berberry, boneset, catnip, cat's claw, echinacea, elderberry flowers, eucalyptus, ginger, ginkgo leaf, horehound, hyssop. Now let me stop with the hyssop. You know, hyssop, the Bible speaks about this herb throughout the Bible. It's very healing. It's very detoxing when you take a bath with it and everything. And the thing I love about it personally is that it's an expectorant. Since I can't take mullein by itself, I'm completely safe taking mullein and the variety of herbs that it's in. All right. So with that being said, that's that's the one that I'm leaning on to help me. The fact that mullein is in a concentrated form in the midst of other herbs makes it more of kind of like nature has natural buffers, so it kind of buffers out and it kind of balances out what is going into my body. So I can take it in a group of herbs, but I cannot take it alone. All right, so marshmallow, chickweed, mullein, olive leaf, pardiarco, peppermint, pleurisy root, prickly ash, red root, slippery elm, sage, white willow bark, wild cherry bark, and yarrow. All these things are good for like if you're having aches and pains. You know, when you have the fluid, makes your whole body ache. So that's that. I didn't want to gatekeep since I got that information at no cost to myself. I was like, hey, wait a second. Let me go ahead and let my subs on YouTube know that they can do this for themselves or their family members if they happen to get sick. So let's talk about Ye. Let's start off there. First and foremost, a lot of people are judging Kanye. I've seen so many posts, and it's taken me months before I actually wanted to speak on it because I don't know. I'm normally, if any of you guys know me, I'm normally not the type of person that like to jump on a bandwagon and talk about stuff just because other people are talking about it. I like to talk about things that are real. I like to talk about things that affect me, what's going on in my world, what's going on around me. Oh, and by the way, you guys, I have started this liquid gold. Oh my God, my dreams have been so vivid. I have never in my life had such lucid dreams and just, man, I've been sleeping in late and everything. Okay, so I take about 3 dropperfuls of this. Okay. Oh, and 1 second, I took another herb too. Gotta start it. 1 second. Okay. It's gold and oh, Jesus Lord. It's in a salt suspension, and oh my God, it is salty. It tastes like bodily fluids, and I just cannot wrap my mind around it. Every time I take that, I swear to God, it reminds me of snot or something. But, because it's like thick too. But it's really good for the third eye. It's really good for the awakening process if you're needing help with that, which I do because I have stuck kundalini in my head. And it's really helping me with my meditations and trying to get that excessive energy out my head because it's been a lot of pressure. And I've been suffering from migraines. But Shilajit, I just brought it today. Maybe my next live I'll talk about what I put in with it and how you can take it in internally to where it's palatable, because it's not palatable without the other concoctions mixed in it. It's very strong and it has like the woo baby smell. I'm just letting you know it's just very it doesn't have a pleasant smell at all, but it's something that the monks use. Okay, and then just like with the liquid gold that I just took, it comes in a box like this RMF box, which it helps to when it's getting shipped, and you know how they have to use the lasers and stuff like that. It helps to protect it, so it is in its raw state and it is unaltered. I love this brand. I got it from Premium Alchemy. There are other brands that are out there that sell liquid gold, but Archangel Michael helped me to come across this, okay? Because, like I told you, I'm awakening. I'm going through my ascension process, and my Kundalini, as being a energy healer, got stuck. It's been stuck for almost a whole year now. And because of that, I get head strikes. I went to the doctors. Nobody could figure out what's going on. So I just sat and I meditated and I called upon Archangel Michael. And I'm like, okay, what the heck is going on with me? Like, I am the healer. I help other people heal and I can't heal myself. So that's when he told me that my Kundalini, I was fighting the Kundalini rising. I felt it move from my spine all the way up to my head. And when it got into my head, for whatever reason, I tried to stop it because it was just like somebody was hitting me in the head with a sledgehammer. And oh, baby. Anyway, that's why I'm where I'm at with that. And I just thought that I would share that with you since I'm sharing things. And I'm not the one to gatekeep anything. We're all in this together. If you excel past me, then hey, don't forget about me when you get to where you are. Help me too. You know, each one teach one. Going back to Kanye, you know, a lot of people have been talking about, oh my God, you know, when Kanye came up missing, Kanye always goes on and off the grid. He's always done that. It's nothing different. As a matter of fact, for all of us as star seeds, you cannot hide. Okay? From the time that you are born, they know who you are. Who's with me? I'm just talking and I haven't I haven't even seen who's here. Hi, Dana Wayna. Hey girl. What was it? Okay, let me go back to Kanye. They're not gonna kill Kanye. Okay, let me explain something to you that you guys need to recognize. You feel that Kanye is a threat because of the information that he has. Do you not know there has been plenty of people that have had the same information, have said the same thing that Kanye said, and they're still alive. There's been so many whistleblowers, David Icke being one of them. Actually, as a matter of fact, I just brought one of his books. What the hell is that book called? I just brought it. Okay, you guys, I might have to come back and put it in the comment section of the book. But anyway, I think that if you are... Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It just came to me. The Phantom Self. I don't know where that book is right now. But if I had that book in my hand, I will show you that book. That book is the book of all books. Let me tell you, if you are new on your journey and you're just starting out, the Phantom Self tells you all the ways that they have worked diligently to suppress the awakening of, you know, the masses. But anyway, let me tell you one reason why they're not going to kill Kanye. The masses are called the masses for a reason. Okay? They're not like you. They're not like me. Most of the information that Kanye has said to these people is going to go in one ear and out the other anyway because they're programmed. Have you ever just talked to someone who was unawakened and you were trying to maybe explain something that was kind of like out of this world, over the top, like quantum physics, quantum leap, or quantum entanglement or something of that effect, or cord cutting, or Reiki healing or Qigong or meditation, yoga, whatever the case may be, and they just looked at you like a deer in a headlight, they're not awakened anyway. Trust me. Those that are meant to be awakened are going to be awakened, regardless if Kanye spoke or not. And those that are asleep are going to remain asleep. It's just the way it is. It is like talking to a brick wall, Dana. Exactly. So Kanye was born for this. Okay? His soul contract, he's living it out. And he's living it out to the fullest. Now, the only way that Kanye can be assassin is if he agrees to it. If he already, before he incarnated in this physical form, this avatar that we call a body, he had to have already consented to be assassinated. Case in point, when I first was awakened, I was awakened by my firstborn son. He came to me in a dream. And he is the first person that I have ever heard of a soul contract. He told me, Mom, everything that we've been told about the dead is a lie. First of all, we're not even dead. Okay, we're still alive. We're just in the physical body. I mean, we're not in a physical body. We're in a spiritual form. Another thing is, he told me that my son was shot by 5 different guys. They shot him up 45 times like Scarface, okay? They assassinated my son. They took him out, and it was the most devastating moment of my life. But he told me that we had a soul contract, that he had to go out before me, and it had to be something devastating in order to wake me up. It couldn't have been anything that was a peasly measly death. It had to have been something to make me question, to make me wonder, to make me reach for something more, to reach for the truth. Okay? Archangel Michael and Raphael came to me when I was 2 years old. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was sleeping in my room. And they woke me up out of my sleep. And Michael asked me, do I remember who I am? And I'm like, no. Because I didn't even know who Michael was. I thought that Michael was the boogeyman. Okay? I didn't know that he was an angel. And that he has always been by my side since he brought me into this life. So we have angels that bring us in. When we incarnate, you're assigned your guardian angels. My 2 guardian angels, like I told you, was Raphael, or is Raphael, and Archangel Michael. Most people that are healers, which is the majority of us, Raphael is your angel of choice because he is the angel that is over healing. I don't know if you realize Kanye may not be laying his hands on people, but Kanye, if you ever listen to his music, it is so soothing and it's so healing. If you're ever going through something, if you're ever down, if you ever feel like you can't do anything, the fact that, especially Through the Fire, when he wrote that song, it was after he was told he wasn't even going to live after a car accident. Okay, but he lived. And when I look at Kanye, I don't praise anyone. No one is like an icon to me, but I am a human being and I sympathize with people. I sympathize with him, and he is just a walking genius in my eyesight. The way that he handles himself, and of course, you know, the media is gonna cut out blurbs and not show some of the things that have said leading up to the point of when he says things. Okay, that's what the news do. They're known for that. They do the same thing. They did the same thing with Trump. They did the same thing with Obama. You guys wake up. This is the whole world. This is just an illusion. Okay, this is just a simulation. All right, don't take it too personal. That's why I tell people all the time, don't worry about what is going on in the news. Worry about what they're keeping from you and why they're putting Kanye out there like that. What's really going on behind the scenes? Okay, he's the one to pull the plug on Gucci. I forgot what it's called, but the whole industry, the clothing industry, were in on the sex trafficking of the children and things of that nature. Um, So why is Kanye not afraid? Because you guys have to realize, just like Jesus said, why would you be afraid of men who can kill the body and not the soul? Kanye's not afraid because, first of all, I'm pretty sure he has access to his Akashic records or have had it read for him, and he knows how it ends, and it's not with him being assassinated. Okay, it's not with him being taken out. Yes, he walks around with a bulletproof vest, but it doesn't mean that they're going to take him out. That's the easiest thing to do. That's so obvious, you guys. Okay? Um, your purpose, your mission, going back to the basics. All right? What does that mean? I'm not here because I'm a naturopath to indoctrinate or to impress upon your minds the fact that eating this food that is being created by man is really killing us. Okay? I seen today where they're 3D copying meat and it looks real. People are eating it. Some meats are not even real meat anymore, you guys. It's plastic. And can you only imagine the body? The body is designed with this miraculous intelligence, okay? This God DNA, and these foreign substances go into the body. What is it supposed to do? If you go out here and buy a Lamborghini, you're not going to pour sugar in your tank because you already know that it's foreign to that Lamborghini and it's not going to go anywhere. You're going to mess up your vehicle. Well, your body is your vehicle. Okay? Your body is your temple. And this is the reason why Jesus spoke of your body being your temple and to keep your light bright, which is your third eye. I got 3 videos. If you guys are not following me on TikTok, you should go over there and follow me on TikTok. I'm more frequently active there because most of the videos are like less than a minute or 3 minutes, and it's easier than to, do a whole lecture like I'm doing now. But I have 3 steps to activate your third eye. I have even a video that I did today to if you want to check to see if your third eye is activated, you can do it with a bobby pin, because we have these microcrystals that are on the pineal gland and inside the pineal gland, and they act as conductors. Okay, so these crystals draw metal to them. So since it's metal, to show that it's activated, the bobby pin will stay attached to your forehead. And the good thing that I love about the way that I did it is that I had it to where the flat part was facing this way on top of my third eye. And you can see that it was doing it on its own. I dropped it twice before I was able to get it to stick up there, but I guess third time is the charm. I finally got it to actually stick, to just show how energetic and magnetic we are. We are magnetic beings. And just like Dana said, yes, Kanye is very high vibrational. That's the reason why it didn't work out between him and his wife. When you are vibing at a level that high and you have a counterpart that's not vibrating on that same vibratory frequency, you will vibrate them out of your whole experience. You will vibrate them out of your whole existence. It happens all the time. Okay? But like I said again, Kanye knows what he's doing. He does not fear man. Okay, he is in fear of God. And when I say he's in fear of God, not that God is going to do something morbidly bad to Kanye, but it's like he doesn't want to let Source down. He doesn't want to let God down. He wants to do what he came to this earth to do. Many are not doing that. Many are afraid to do what they came in to do. And transitioning into my next subject, let's talk about the dead. Okay? First of all, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So the dead are not dead. We've been lied to. The dead are awake, just like you, just like me. They just have a different um, realm that they exist, but they walk among us. The dead really walk among us, you guys. We can't see them. And for our own, psychological and mental state, that's a good thing. Because a lot of you would not be able to handle that. um, just like my son, I would feel my son like when I would go into the shower, I would feel my son like there in the bathroom with me. I would feel my son right before I go to sleep. Those are times that I was most vulnerable and I was open. Okay. Um, before I started healing, before I became a quote unquote healer, I went to this church of science with my children. Okay. Not Scientology, not that, but it's called the Church of Science. And if you are familiar with like New Thought leaders, um, Ernest Holmes is the actual owner. He's deceased now, but of that church. I met this lady there named Celeste, the most beautiful soul I have ever came in contact with. We talked after that Sunday sermon. It was the first time me and my children ever went to that church. And we were talking about, higher consciousness. We were talking about, how the universe always conspires to just give you whatever it is that you want, pranoia. And she asked me, she said, have you ever heard of Dolores Cannon? And it's so awkward that she mentioned that because I was just getting into past lives and past life regressions. And I started, listening to Dolores Cannon. The first lecture I ever listened to was her talking about her book, The Convoluted Universe, and how she was talking about the three waves of generations and the star seeds and the different periods of time frames that we are elected to come into so we can raise the consciousness of the universe. So she asked me to look at Dolores Cannon's lecture on the Mandela effect. I'm telling you guys, if I was not completely awakened by my son that I shared with you the story, him coming into my dream and telling me about the soul contracts, he took me back to his actual murder scene. I seen the 5 guys that shot him. I seen their face vividly. I was able to describe that to the detectives down to the actual address that he met them at. Okay? And the detective looked at me and she was like, man, I don't know how you know this, but I believe you. She said, but unfortunately, we can't use that. Anyway, a year later, everything all came together in divine order, and they ended up getting the person that was the catalyst to the shooters. He was not the shooter, but he was the watch out. So justice, I want to say, has not been completely served as far as I'm concerned, because the one that actually shot my son, the main shooter, is out on the streets. But anyway, um, his karma was one day he went to a convenience store and it was early in the morning and he shot at a pregnant lady and they locked him up. So listen, when you think that you're really getting away with something, you really are not. You will pay in one form or another. I got so much, you guys, that I want to share with you because it's been such a long time, maybe a week or two, since I've actually just sat here with you guys and conversed and just kind of opened up to you and just gave you um, a piece of my soul. Here's the reason why you don't see me so much. I'm the type of person, when I'm not 100% into something, I won't do it. I'm not like these other readers who just upload and just go live and just kind of chit chat and, chop it up. And really, there's no connection. Everything that I do is intentional. Okay? I want to bring you something. I want you to learn from what I'm telling you. I want you to apply it. I want you to take it. I want you to use it. Okay? To be a doctor, it means to be a teacher. My very existence is to do what I'm doing at this moment. Yes, I love doing readings for you guys. I love pulling cards for you. I love doing readings for the collective, but I feel like there's a time and there's a place for that. We don't want to get so wrapped up into what's not happening for us that we miss out on what God has in front of us and what is actually happening for us and the blessings that are here now. Okay? Um Going back to the basics, the body is not stupid. People that don't even like the ideal of being a vegan or becoming vegans because they are sick and tired of being sick. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired, not having no energy. The body is supposed to be energetic. You are a multi-dimensional being. Some people say that we're trichotomy beings. Some people say we're multi-dimensional. I'm going to say multi-dimensional. I can't just put me down to 3, okay? When I know that there are 9 subtle bodies. How can I just be 3 when there's, 6 more bodies missing? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Dana. Yes, I've been working on myself too. I've been healing myself. I've been detoxing real heavy. I've been doing shadow work. I've been just cleaning up aspects of my life to make me feel more comfortable in my skin, to make me feel more happy with me in my being as well. I'm not a hypocrite. I can't come on and tell you to do something that I'm not doing. So that's another reason. And then I can tell you what has really helped me a lot is juicing. I love my smoothies, true enough, but the actual juicing and drinking from out of this copper water bottle, okay, just like the Egyptians, it's really helped me with the aches and pain that I feel every winter. For the last, it's been years. I want to say over 17 years. It's been that long. I have been dealing with fibromyalgia. And I know what it is. I know how to get rid of it. So that's what I'm focusing on now because I'm always healing other people. I'm always helping them to eradicate their health issues and their problems, but I'm still in pain. So God allowed for the noise to kind of settle down in my life so I can focus on me again. All right, I see that there's 4 that are here. Can you guys please smash that like button so the algorithms on YouTube can get out to other people and they'll be able to enjoy the conversations that we're having right now. So with that being said, I feel intuitively when I should get on. Spirit just say, Tyann, it's time. And I'll say, okay. And then I get on and then I'm able to, interact with you guys. And it's a interchange of encouragement as well. Because I feel like iron sharpens iron. And when I come on, it's always at a time where I feel like you guys are feeling depleted or you may feel like you're on your lowest of the lowest ebb. Or you just need to have that pick me up. Okay. All right. So I'm going to not get religious, but I'm going to use a parable from the Bible to kind of describe this awakening process and why many people are not going to be awakened. Okay? You would think that with the world affairs, with all the things that have transpired and took place, that a lot of people will want to jump on board, but it's not the case. Jesus speaks of a man named Lazarus in the Bible. Okay, the parable is called Lazarus and the Rich Man. Now, Lazarus was a great, wonderful, devout Christian. The rich man was basically someone who was very materialistic and focused on the material things in the world. And so Jesus came and asked the man before he died, what was he going to do? And then the rich man was telling Jesus the plans that he had. And Jesus was like, well, how do you know all these things are going to take place? Because they're coming to take your soul tomorrow. So the man died. The moral of the story is, of course, we can't take anything with us that is material. But one thing that I'm going to share with you that you can take with you is your consciousness, your mind. That is what you take with you. As a matter of fact, the last thing that goes in the body is your breath. Isn't that amazing how it correlates for when we're even born? When we come into this lifetime, the first thing that we do is take our first breath. And then when we die, the first thing that we do is take our last breath. So while you're on this earth, the main thing that you need to focus on, okay, not ascending, not evolving, none of that, is your breath. Because if you're not breathing correctly, none of that is going to happen anyway. So this is the reason why you see a lot of people talk about breath work. Okay? Breath work, I find, is easier when I'm meditating. And you may see a lot of people that may sit like in the lotus position, is what it's called, Indian style, on the floor, and they may just go like this. I'll give you an example of breath work. Get the diaphragm moving and going up and down, because guess what? One thing that I do know, and this is something that I found out when I first became a doctor, is that we do not take deep breaths. We take short, shallow breaths. Short, shallow breaths leads to death. Okay? This is the reason why we're dying so early. Why do you think that people in these third world countries that don't even have access to the medical technology that we have are outliving us? Because they know how to meditate. They know how to breathe properly because they're taught this at a young age instead of taught binaries and twerking. Okay? Non-binary. This stuff, listen, and this might, I'm going to go there. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go there. I commented on David Avocado Wolf's post. He gave an illustration of a Russian boy who's 5 years old who basically got his parents torn away from him through a war. And he's like looking on the streets trying to find his parents. He can't find them. Not realizing that his parents both got killed in the war. As opposed to someone who incarnated, chose willingly to come in as a boy or a girl and say that it's not fair that God put them in that body. So guess what I said? Oh, you really want to feel different. You really want people to sympathize for you and feel sorry for you. What about me? I was born from birth with one hand. Never in my life did my mother raise me to be handicapped or to even associate with being handicapped. My mother said, don't you ever say you're handicapped. You tell people that you are physically challenged, but you are not handicapped because you could do everything that a person with two hands can do. And guess what? I believed her. I did not have any illusions about it. I didn't have people feel sorry for me, nor did I have anybody do anything extra for me because I have one hand. To this day, don't nobody give a damn about me having one hand. Nobody. Because they have, you know, a, how can I say this? I would call it sex morphism. Okay? Or they have an aversion to their own gender. How in the hell does that become the whole world's problem? They have to suck this shit up just like I do. Okay? What disadvantages do they have? They can go to school, they can go to college, they can do everything that any normal person can do. Hell, they can even adopt children. Okay? The one thing that I don't like is the fact that a man can come in the bathroom with a skirt on and sit in the stall next to me. That is so fucking uncool, man. I don't care about your sex preference. I don't care about who in the fuck you love. But when you come into my personal space as a woman, I don't feel safe. I just don't. And I will never, ever get on the fucking bandwagon and say they have their own right to feel that way. No, they need to go seek psychological help. Period. Point blank. Okay? I'm tired of this gay allowance, LBGTQ, element of P all the way through the whole alphabet. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing it. It's just disgusting to me. Whatever the fuck you choose to do behind closed doors, do that shit behind closed door and keep it to yourself. Don't make it my problem. Just like I don't make it the world's problem that I got one fucking arm. I'm not looking for motherfucking kudos and handouts because of that shit. I chose to be in this body. I chose to come in a handicapped body. Going back to Dolores Cannon, she speaks about this. When I became qualified as a quantum healing hypnosis therapist, the first thing that I learned was those that are handicapped are very smart souls and highly evolved souls, because coming in a handicapped body and selecting to come in as a handicapped person, you eat up all the karma. So basically, you kill so much karma by selecting to be disadvantaged. It's a privilege to come in as a handicap. So the next time you see someone that is handicapped, just imagine how much karma they've cleared out and how much karma they're clearing out of their life. Don't feel sorry for them, okay? Because we chose to come into the body. And we chose what type of bodies we were going to come in. We chose the nationality. We chose our hair, our nails, our skin, our nose, our lips, our eye color. Down to the minute detail, we chose it all. We chose even how we were going to die, how we were going to be taken out of here, our expiration date, even when we were going to die, how long the soul needs on the earth in order for them to evolve or to accomplish whatever work they chose. We are not helpless victims here. And there is never an awakened person I have ever seen that go by non-binary pronouns and all that shit. You're not a pronoun, you're a fucking noun. When did we move from being nouns to pronouns? It doesn't even make sense. They, them, she, he, we, and all that dumb shit. No. I look at you, if I see you a male, you a male. If you try to act feminine, I'm still going to see you as a male. I can act like I got two arms, but can't you see that I still got one arm? Mm-hmm. I know that's right, Dana. Yes. So again, we need to make sure, this is why Jesus said that we are in the world, but we are not a part of it. We need to make sure that we do not get sucked in like a vacuum into this low debauchery way of living. It's 3D. It has nothing to do with what's really going on in the world. If a person has a problem being in their body, that is a psychological and a mental issue. That's not the world's issue. The world has bigger problems like GMO foods, fake foods at the grocery store that we put our trust in, that will put good foods into our body so we can live and not die. But yet and still we're dying. Because we don't need to be eating man's food, you guys. We need to be eating God's food from the earth. We need to go back to the basics like our ancestors. They ate off the land. That's why they lived to be over 100 plus years. It's because they ate food that was alive. They did not eat dead food. Limit if you can. I want you, okay, for those of you that are eating cooked foods and not vegan, I want you to limit yourself to one cooked meal a day. That's how I started off becoming vegan. I went down from one cooked meal a day and I ate like, electric food, or I would say plant-based foods throughout the day. And now I probably don't even eat 2 or 3 times a day. I'm probably down to 1 or 2 times. max 2 times. And I have lost so much weight. A lot of my pain has been leaving in my body. Um, I'm more energetic. I could do so much more. My son was just telling my daughter when me and him had worked out, he was like, she outworked me. She was on the machines gone like for hours, like 4 hours nonstop at the gym. Every time I took him to the gym, he would be like, Mom, I would be out in the car. He would be out in the car waiting for me because I would still be going hard. And I'm older than him. Okay, had more energy than him. That's because I was putting alive foods in my body, and my body was just basically acting like how it would be when I was 6 years old. Okay, I had the energy of a 6 year old when I was working out. Okay, this is what you need to know about the body. You're supposed to move the body and still the mind. In order for you to be complete in your whole self, you have to be holistic in your living, mind, body, and soul. Okay? So, how are you feeding your mind? What knowledge are you instilling into the mind? What foods are you feeding the mind? Just like you guys see me take that liquid gold. That's what I'm feeding my brain. That's what I'm feeding my mind. It's electrically charged. It's operating the way that it should. I'm taking blue, green algae from my brain as well. I'm drinking also the Egyptian lotus tea. That's helping with my brain. That's helping with me detoxing my body as well. Everything that you do, if I, can't take anything away from you guys, or if you can't take anything away from what I'm saying, everything that you do from now on, be intentional about it, the way that you go about it. Be intentional with the food that you put in your mouth. Make sure, ask yourself this question. Is what I am putting into my mouth right now, is it going to promote life, or is it going to deduce life? Is it going to heal me, or is it going to kill me? I'm hoping that you're not having to ask yourself that question much. I'm hoping that you're saying prayers over good, vivacious foods that are going to go into your body and extend life to you. Don't be afraid of speaking your truth, okay? Because those that need to hear, they're going to listen. And those that are not going to listen, they're going to ignore you anyway. A lot of us as star seeds are afraid because people think that someone's going to come after them. Who's going to come after you? Okay? The thing that I personally love is that you got a whole spiritual entourage. And let me tell you, I've personally experienced it myself. I've seen it happen even for others. Where if someone tries to target you and you're under your covenant with your spiritual team and they're assigned to you at that moment, they will mess somebody up and you will be able to see it in plain daylight. Okay? Yes, I can. Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, I'll do that for you, Dana. Um, Listen, God was not stupid when he assigned you a spiritual team. He assigned you a spiritual team for a reason, just like a business. When you start a business, you have to build it up from ground zero. It's an organization, okay? The way that it's going to be ran, who's going to run it, who's going to be up under you. You got your president, you got your vice president, you got your employees, and you have your customers. You have your distribution center or your warehouse. Do you see where I'm going with this? So, really, truly understand that you were chosen for this. This is a moment that we all chose to come in at this particular time for a reason. We are all here for a reason. No one can snatch anything from you. I want you guys to have this connection with God, that you know who you walk with. Who is with you is bigger than who's against you. Okay? If you knew how tall angels really are, I've seen them materialize in front of my face. And I'm not bullshitting. I'm not being a Kevin Gates. You know how Kevin Gates was like, yeah, I seen aliens and this and that, and then woo woo woo. I'm being 100% real. I'm being 100% raw and authentic right now. They're very tall. Extremely tall. Taller than a human being. Angels are not the same height as humans. Okay? Why do you think that the Bible speaks about Nephilim and giants? Because their parents were giants. What the hell did you think they were going to produce? Okay? Like equals like. Giant angel, giant human. I don't even know how these women were capable of even curing these babies. I mean, seriously. All right, you guys. I mean, it's like a dog getting a cat pregnant. Do you know what I'm saying? Because an angel and a human being are two different species of beings. Like, how in the hell was that really possible? I gotta research this. Like, it's making me think it was untrue. How in the hell was that possible, y'all? Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the support. And I hope you learned something along the way. And if anything, just remember, ye are gods. You are God manifested in the flesh. Not you are a particle of God or a piece of God. But you and God are one. And I'm out, yo. Thanks. Talk to you guys later. Namaste.